whatever they want to do just for this one match.
Yep, they had plenty of time to rehearse their tactics, and now it's the time to bring it as well. GoHard versus Kazna crew, eagerness versus experience. Lineups about to come out. GoHard on the defense, and that's already a little bit of an interesting one, Mojo.
This is exactly what I was talking about. There is a lot of super conquerors now in the play. I mean, that's a great cooldown tank, but not the strongest one, definitely by armor. But the interesting thing about that is DPM. He has about 7.2 seconds reload when it's all buffed with the crew and everything. So that's why people use it in numbers. And we can see 3 of them from GoHard side, 2 of them from Kazna crew side.
Yeah, very nasty turret on that Super Conqueror Zafar coming out with the opening run. He's going to go for that climb on A1 to cover the cap. And another interesting note here is Coca-Cola in the Panzerkampfwagen 7. That is not a tank we usually see Zafar.
This was close, but he managed to wiggle it up.
Maybe a little bit of jitters there in his first attempt, but he makes it up, that's all that matters. Failware in the meantime going to destroy some buildings together with Negative to clear out that gap circle. But that Panzerkampfwagen is not a usual pick either.
No, it's faster than Mouse by far, so you can rotate better. It has a stronger turret by far, but the problem is the side armor, not so great.
Well, there's the gun mantlet as well, which is, you can go straight through it if you can hit it. Diplomat, Negative spot out each other. I want to see how Negative is going to do actually on this LAN. It's his first LAN with GoHard as well, so if this man can perform like he did in the online season, it is going to be good. So far, quite standard play though from GoHard, Mojo, even with those Super Conquerors.
Super Conquerors in the front line, on the cooldown positions, and Leopard in the back, so he can decap that crucial number 1 cap. Because if you put an i7 there and cover some other tank, like another i7 behind, and Super Conqueror will not be the one to decap them. Like, he will have huge problems to, even with HE, penetrate that turret.
Right now, it looks like Kazna crew is looking towards that northern cap for GoHard. It's just a split defense Nile here, destroying some debris on the building. But like you said, those double i7s, they are going to be making their way on towards the cap. That's Diplomat and Vetso. They're going to move over there. They're going to be getting onto that one. And with one IS-7 in front, Zafar can't actually reset both of them.
There's no way for him to reset both of them. It's going to be quite a problem for him even to reset the one. I mean, he's going to have to use the HE all the way. Because with normal shells, opala, that was actually hit. I stand corrected. Nice shot, Zafar. Been improving these 2 weeks he's shooting.
Yeah, he's been working on his shooting, not so much on his climbing like we saw in the beginning. But Diplomat takes the first hit, 397. But the goal here, just Diplomat in front of Vetso. So the cap keeps going on. They're going to poke out. They're going to try and get some shots on towards Negative. That Super Conk, and they get a nice double tap. Just 1 shot coming in return. That is great for these IS-7s. That's exactly what Kazna crew was looking for.
That's a little pill of Russian medicine for you guys. I7 at its best, 538 roll. That gotta hurt. Still, the reset is under control. That's all the GoHard at the moment needs while they close in with the rest of the tanks and create a cover fire and crossfire on Kazna tanks. Still some advantage gear for Kazna. 1.5k points. Negative. What is going on with you, mate?
Negative trying to hide behind these buildings, but they are destructible, so Kazna crew is getting through them slowly but surely down towards 843 HP. There we go, Diplomat destroys it. A shot comes out but doesn't connect. In the meantime, Vetso taking some damage in return, but still Kazna crew having the upper hand right now in positioning as well, because Haiba is blocking off Nile Kaizu from doing anything at all.
And this is not really good. Negative is on basically 2 shots for these i7, so he has to back up. But if he is all the way back, there is no one who can actually spot Kazna i7s. So even Leopard cannot do anything except blind shoot. But there you go, Stefan finally found some position to farm these tanks in the back. Haiba is in a problem here.
Yeah, it's already the second shot coming out from Stefan. That one hits the tracks. He's looking for the back of that turret. That's the second connection. He has 2 more shots in the chamber. He can do a lot of damage here to Haiba, who actually gets ammo racked as well. That's a beautiful clip coming out from Stefan. And this will force Kazna crew into reaction. They know Stefan's on reload. Vetso, Diplomat pushing forward. Zafar comes out with the HE. Kazna crew moving out, trying to catch GoHard off guard, but they're kind of driving into the guns here.
Yeah, they need to pressure on. They try to spot the Leopard so he can be shot from distance by the rest of the team, and they want to pressure also the Conqueror, who is on low HP. But they lost so much. Stefan will be coming off the reload, and he will be in the back. But Nexus and Durs in the 50Bs. That's the crucial play now.
Here comes Durs, here comes Nexus, trying to clip out while the rest of the team pushes around the other corner. They catch out Annihilator, who's tracked right now. They want to take him down, but they're bleeding so much HP for this. GoHard has the setup, has the guns in position to take this down. Stefan coming off reload as well. He's making a little bit of a mistake there as Durs manages to remove him from the game. This is still an opportunity here for Kazna crew, but they have just 4 guns versus 5 of GoHard.
How did Stefan even get deleted like that? I mean, it must have been clipped from the side. Still, 3k advantage here for GoHard. I mean, even 5-3 guns, this is a done deal, this is a game for them. And Kazna will have to look their chances in defense, which is not the best thing on Ghost Town. Attack side is actually a better one.
Yeah, GoHard having the patience, making Stefan work in that bad shot, forcing Haiba to make a reaction. That's an Amurak onto Zafar. It's going to help Nexus with his stats a little bit, but it's not going to help him win this round as Durs is clipping out right now, but 3 eager GoHard players are moving in. He's on reload, and it will be GoHard in the end that will pick up their first round here in the best of 13 against Kazna crew. They're going to be happy to pick up that one.
Well, this is really good start for GoHard. You can see the signs of relief on them, because when the game started, they were under huge pressure, especially taking those shots from I7s. But the later execution and patience they had in this game paid off heavily.
I feel Kazna crew making a little bit of an overcommitment there, Mojo. They had negative pinned behind the house. They could have killed him very easily if they wanted to trade out Haiba for a Super Kong.
I actually even thought that these I7s will not push around the corner on Leopard and that Super Kong, that they will join the rest of the team in a city and try to crush them with pure numbers, like keeping Stefan under reload, Leopard far away from the game, still having, Super Conqueror away, so they would actually face only 4 tanks. But this was their team call, and this is just the first round, man. This is the scenario we've seen many times. It's far, far away.
It's far from over. It's the best of 13. It's going to be a long match. 1 round doesn't mean that much. Zafar coming out with top damage, 4k almost, and that Leopard won some great sniping coming out from that A1 position.
2 kills also. This is a great improvement from Zafar. We've noticed during the season he struggled really a lot with tier 10 tanks because he has to in-game lead. He's their shot caller and main tactician. So he had a lot of problems in situations when he would just die for nothing, but this is by far not such game. Brilliant play by him.
Brilliant play by Zafar. That Leopard really showing what it can do when it stays safe. Kazna crew very eager to commit, but they get to go onto the defense now, slow it down, make GoHard drive into their guns. I mean, yes, Ghost Town normally is attack biased, Mojo, but this is a LAN. That always kind of changes up the things slightly.
That's true. Also, there is one more fact there. GoHard has rather, let's say, weak stats in attack here.
Weak, yes,
They've been like 1 in 4 attacks approximately, and now they're facing Kazna. And I don't think Kazna wants to give them entire map. Like 1 game, okay, but entire map, that would actually be another ball play, because that would be a really significant move.
Yeah, if they pick up this first map 2-0, that's going to spell trouble for Kazna crew, really. We expected them to come in stronger even in that first round, it's fair to say.
Ghost Town is a dangerous map for all teams. It's a brawl map, so everyone who wants actually a straight fight always plans to fight it on a Ghost Town. But that also brings that kind of danger that you can actually lose it 2-0 by making some small mistake in a rotation because it's really small map, or focus fire, or like this in Kazna in wrong turn on a corner instead of going left, they went to Albuquerque, and it's not going to end well. So Kazna absolutely needs to take this round, stay in the match, and continue.
Yeah, they need to pick up this defensive round, but I don't think this is going to disturb them too much. I mean, they don't really get so nervous. Like you said, it used to be a very emotional team, but it seemed to have calmed down a lot since, you know, Stefan and Elin are no longer in that team.
What would that mean? You never even heard the Kazna in the old times. You should know what's emotional back then, mate. But never mind, this is another team, the team that actually first time in their history qualified directly as #1. So there has to be a lot of experience under that bridge.
Yeah, we're just about ready to get round number 2 underway between Kazna crew and GoHard. You can see the focus on their faces there. Kazna crew is going to be taking on the defense, and GoHard is going to be on the attack. Let's see, Mojo, what do you think? GoHard going to be going for that cap #1 as well, or maybe middle?
I really want to see the tank picks, and that will kind of tell us the story a bit.
Usually does. STRV coming out from Kazna on the defense though. No Leopard 1 for them.
We'll know who will play that STRV. It's absolutely always Isna and no one else. It's forbidden territory for anyone else in the team. Against Super Kongs in defense here, only 1 on attack for GoHard. I mean, I've actually seen setups with 3 or 4 on this map.
I've seen 5 yesterday on the North American Finals, Mojo, so...
It's a special game.
Yeah, not surprised. You can see GoHard just doing a usual split. They don't, on Ghost on attack, they really never commit immediately.
Double mouse in this setup, Super Kong, 113 VZ, so they have potential to go on 1 cap with that 113 and VZ, but they're not as strong in that regard as you would have like I7s. On other hand, Kazna with STRV can really annihilate them there.
Yeah, look where Kazna is going in his STRV though, Mojo. He's not in A1. He is with the rest of the team in the bottom hand corner. Kazna crew going aggressive from the beginning. Look, Kazna's there with them.
There is some trap going on here. I mean, this is super aggressive and not expected, but will it pay off? Because they still have failure around the corner there.
Ooh, Vetso bleeding a lot of HP for this move. GoHard seem to be ready and waiting for this to happen. Vetso bleeds around 1,300 HP for that single peek on the corner. GoHard hold off the initial aggression coming out from Kazna crew.
1k advantage there already for GoHard, almost 2k actually, but you can say that's because they have mouses and everything. Zafar rotating with a couple of the tanks from the lower side. If they actually manage to isolate Haiba, it's gonna spell trouble.
I don't know if they are going to be able to do that though. Piotr's rotating, so is most of the others in the team. Vetso, Haiba is very safe in that Type 5 as well. Zafar is pushing forward though, Mojo. There is a small chance here to catch him out if they get unspotted. Haiba, he's going to see Zafar. Zafar managed to make his way into that little square over there already. Haiba is going to peek out. He sees his 50 beat at Stefan. Stefan doesn't want to trade with a Type 5 because that could hurt.
This position where Zafar is a very peculiar one, because from there you can't really shoot anyone unless they really bypass you, and they can't really enter to kill you unless they're clippers, because it doesn't pay off. But what you can do is proxy the corner where people will go to reset the #1 cap, so the guys in distance can shoot that corner and your guys cannot really control it that well. So Coca-Collapse with the hardest turret in their team, he's definitely going to be always #1 to cap here, and because Zafar is so far away, I don't think anyone else can actually join him from these guys.
No, Zafar also can peek out and spot towards A1 if he wants to spot the STRV, for example. Haiba takes one shot of damage already in that Type 5. The cap is on. The rotation's coming out on the bottom side though. See 3 tanks there from Kazna crew pushing on towards Failware, Diplomat, Durs, and Vetso straight down the middle on towards Annihilator. Kazna crew bleeding more and more HP. Niall's gonna have a field day in his Super Conqueror against the ones from Kazna.
Oh, this is actually going really well for GoHard so far. Kazna is all over the place, but they don't have an overmatch anywhere. Everywhere where they go, there is a couple of GoHard guys. This is the moment. Failware will probably fall, but what will Kazna lose for it?
They're pushing on towards Haiba in the meantime as 3 tanks take down Failware. Haiba's going to be pushed on in his Type 5. He's not going to survive this for very long. Kaizu Annihilator in the meantime in the middle, fighting against 3 guns from Kazna crew. Negative with a nice shot there on towards Vetso Niall to finish it off, and GoHard taking another significant advantage as Kaizu picks up Diplomat. 4 guns remain for Kazna crew in the middle. Well, now 4 in total as Nexus clips out from the back. Kaizu still full HP, and Kazna crew with the aggressive play. Kaizu with the ram, and this is GoHard taking Ghost down 2-0, Mojo.
This is a super risky play from Kazna. I don't understand why were they trying to bite into GoHard all the way. GoHard is actually acting here like more mature and senior team, like Kazna should be. This is the second game they just waited out and took their chances, and Kazna just came and died.
Yeah, Kazna crew just kept on coming, and GoHard was ready and waiting. It's just theirs, it's just Kazna. Leave that up to the Swedish Viking, as Zafar shows up, wants to remove him from this game. Well, that heat shield, he's not going to go through that one. He isn't doing some more damage, but GoHard coming out strong, coming out swinging, and Kazna crew, this is kind of play we didn't see from them during the season.
No, this is as we said already, new tactics. Everyone had time to prepare, but this seemed a bit rash, like harsh. I think they were expecting all the time that GoHard will not control the map, but GoHard actually displayed really good tactical vision, didn't leave any loopholes. The only weak spot they would have on this map in this moment, as far as I saw, was the mouse Failware, but it's a 3000 HP tank. It's the 3000 you need to deal with. They had 3 guys committing losing HP for that, while everyone else in Kazna was getting annihilated all over the place.
It's just weird seeing this from Kazna crew, because GoHard is not the kind of team that really on Ghost Hunt commits heavily into something. They usually do this kind of split and cover all of the map, and they had everything spotted. I mean, Vetso peeked out, took 1.4k damage almost instantly. Kazna crew is gonna have to step it up, Prokhorovka.
Well, this is probably one of the worst maps for Kazna anyways. The only one we could compare is Cliff, but on Cliff they had some interesting games lately. So if GoHard by any kind of stats had a chance to take over the lead here, it would be here. But still, I didn't expect it in this fashion. I expected Kazna to play much more careful, especially in the start of the match like this. If you don't have any kind of trick card, if you don't do any kind of super fast tactics, there is no way for this. They tried actually in this very round like 2 or 3 times to repeat the same attack all over again, and every time they took damage from the same spots.
Yeah, I mean, GoHard was ready for everything. Even after that initial aggression, they put Collapse on the cap. They knew Yizna wasn't up in the SCRV in A1 yet. They had a lot of control around the map, and when they saw the move come out from Kazna crew, which was on towards Failware in that map, all they simply did is push on towards Highway in that Type 5.
Yeah, they pushed on him, but they also just shot everyone in the middle, because Kazna actually tried the pincer attack through the center and through the one flank, but it was not smart. We could see there was a crossfire by GoHard all the time, while Kazna guys were in center. Like Vetso was on one shot before he even came to the center.
I mean, challenging a Super Conqueror hold down in your own when you're driving through the middle is just something that really doesn't work out. Niall had a field day. Kaizu was like, "What's up, my friend? I'll help you out a little bit."
It's not the fastest tank. It doesn't have any side armor. I think if you put a finger on it, you would probably like go through.
Outside of the hold down, you know, not that fast. The lower plates, Niall in his accurate gun can just take it out.
Yeah, the only advantages of their tank is the cooldown and fast DPM. That's it. If you take that out of the equation, what do you get? You get a paper target.
That is true, but now Kazna crew looking to take back the lead. Well, they would have to win 2-0 first here to begin with. They don't want to let GoHard get any further away from them. 3-0 would be disastrous.
We've seen people come back from that, but this is not a place where you want to go as a player, because it's a great struggle. Being 2-0 down is already a problem, but Prokhorovka comes in now. Prokhorovka is a map that favors Kazna by far. I mean, they've been dodging defeat there even after losing half of the tanks. But I'm really, really worried that we're gonna see some kind of 1-2 line push again.
Mojo, you cannot hope for that kind of stuff to happen in this match. It's gonna be GoHard on the attacking side, Kazna crew on the defense. And it's a very, well, it's a semi-heavy lineup here for both these teams. Maybe a middle clash, we'll have to find out if that is within our possibilities. Some Super Kongs Mojo in the mix, some IS-7s in the mix. Not unusual here for Prokhorovka.
Well, it's not something we've seen that many times, honestly, in 7 vs 7, because it's a slow tank. It does take a lot of time to get it somewhere compared to the VZ. Usually what we saw was a huge brawl of VZs or I7s in the middle. Now this is a mix that everyone is favoring lately. So that's a cool thing to see, because we do like the changes. We don't like static kind of tactics and repetition all over again. Really slow approach by GoHard, showing only one tank, Collapse with his I7 going to the middle. Like, that's a turret that you really have always a problem to pen. Kazna on other hand, couple of more tanks there, but everyone else waiting in the back to see actually what is the GoHard's play.
You can see Kazna crew kind of split around the map. They had Piotr make the initial spotting run, then backing off, and now Vetso, Yizna, Nexus, Piotr all pushing up towards the hill, and Durs joining them as well. They're going to try and catch GoHard while they are making the famous 1-2 line play. Not a surprise with Stefan in the team.
Bad habits. But no, you cannot really push 1-2 line easily. If you want to do that, you need to push an I7 in the front line so he could soak up damage, and then you make like something like a choo-choo train with the rest of the tanks, like Bachats or whatever, and then they can emerge. It's not a really serious place to play to go. So they're just trying at the moment to blind shoot and see where the Sixth Sense triggers or doesn't. Do they hit something? And then decide actually what will be their real play. That's Prokhorovka. Prokhorovka is a game where if you don't brawl immediately in the middle, you need to play on a lot of rotations.
This play here from Kaizu, he's still in the bush. He needs to be careful because Nexus and Durs are pushing up. They don't know about Piotr just yet. Kaizu pays the price as both Yizna and Vetso give him one on the way out. Say, hello, Kaizu, you stayed a little bit too long. That's another one. He gets tracked, he gets held. One more shot will take him out of this game, and that is amazing stuff here from Kazna crew, punishing that play. Yizna in the Super Conqueror, and that's Kaizu down and out before anything even happens.
I was watching that reload bar, Willis. They have the shot or not. That checking shot on Barchat was a lucky coincidence for Kazna here. Kaizu even started to run away, you could say, on time, but it was just brilliant aiming from Kazna. Not a shot missed.
Here comes Piotr, here comes Nexus though, and the Kazna crew doesn't seem to be letting off the aggression just yet. They will find Zafarchik, they will find Failware. Failware comes out with the first shot together with Zafar on towards Nexus, and Kazna crew is going to have to react. Durs needs to join in right now if they want to make this play. Annihilator is supporting from the back line, so these Bachas run away. Where do they go? They need to do something.
Why are they so static? Like, You already killed Kaizu, now you're losing tanks for nothing. You could have pushed down and done the damage by now, by far. What is Durs doing? Is he trying to snipe from the top of the hill? I don't understand this.
This was a weird play here from Kazna crew. They're probably going to lose Call Me Piotr for this as well, as Safar comes up and over and picks him up. And that is GoHard with a significant lead right now. Haiba trying to do the damage in the middle, but that was 2 bad shots for free.
They need to kill all these tanks on the middle now if they have any possible way, because when these guys come from the middle, oh, there we go, Vetso is done with his super conk. This is going downwards in so many wrong ways for Kazna, mate.
Yes, this is going really disastrous from the initial great play to then 2 bad shots just getting stuck. If theirs was with them, they could have probably pushed up and over, maybe made it work, but now they were just fish in a barrel, getting shot down by those super conquerors from the middle. There was no need to really press their advantage either, to be honest.
I can't understand that play, because if they really wanted to come on, look at this, Coca-Cola is going to annihilate him here. Haiba is on so low HP, Isna is trying to focus on that corner, but it's just not gonna work. Look at the number of the guns of the GoHard. If they really wanted to push, they needed to commit there. You cannot stop on the top of the hill, anyone can shoot you. Even if they expected there is someone on the side, it's not gonna work out if you just stop. They were then like easy sitting target.
Well, this is Kazna crew falling 3-0 against GoHard, and this is not the start we expected coming out from Kazna. That initial pick, that was, but afterwards the round just slipped out of their hands, out of control, and Yizna is the last one left alive. That was not good for Kazna, but good recovery from GoHard.
It's a great recovery from GoHard, keeping those tanks in reserve, i7 and Bachat patiently, although Kaizo died for free. What was Kazna trying to achieve after? I don't understand. Like, if they kill Kaizo for free, they even didn't have to push the hill. They could have just stayed. If they already wanted to push the hill, it's like if you are choosing to go into water or not, mate. Like, if you step in, you go. You don't try to negotiate your way.
I mean, they had to do something at the point that they spotted Zafar. I don't see how they didn't expect him to be there. Maybe because Kaizu, maybe because the pick, they got a little bit too relaxed. I mean, if Durs was with them up and over onto Failware, maybe they can make it work. I mean, they can probably trade at least 3 for 2, right? They kill the Ice Stem, they kill the Bat, and then it's an even game after that.
If they push, they would kill at least the Bachat. But they couldn't not known that. They were probably worried there is more tanks in the middle. But as I said, even if they were, staying up is even worse. You have no way to deal with i7 in a hole down there. Like, no way whatsoever. You are a sitting duck. The rest of your team is far behind. They're doing nothing. I mean, this is well-deserved 3-0 for GoHard. There is nothing to say about that more. If this keeps up, it's gonna be a stomp.
Well, Mojo, Kazna crew can still turn things around. Don't worry. It's still best of 13. Yes, GoHard is up 3-0. Kazna crew can make it 3-1 now, though.
If they don't, as we said, it's going to be a world of pain for them, because losing 2 maps in a row, that's disastrous for morale and for any kind of chances even to come back into game. Not unheard of, but really unlikely.
Well, I would say with 3-1, they still have the opportunity to, you know, come back from this one. It's still going to be a long match. Don't forget, they get a small break after round number 6 as well to relax, get their heads back into the game. Stranger things have happened, Mojo, but they really need this Prokhorovka round to begin with, because the maps after this, some of them are real 1-1 maps.
Well, lucky for Kazna, by previous experience, they never lost attack on Prokhorovka, and they will have a chance to prove us again, are they capable of doing so. So we will see how that goes rather soon. I mean, so far, coordination between Kazna guys and the tactics they were employing were not the greatest.
No.
Not what we've seen during the season.
The initial play was really good, catching out Kaizu in his Bacha, but after that...
Yeah, follow-up was disastrous.
That's an understatement. But enough about that Prokhorovka round. Now on to the next one. GoHard with a major lead, 3-0 over Kazna crew, the favorites into this one as well. Kazna need to prove why they are the favorites, and they need to prove it now.
You see a focus here on Niall's face. Compared to Isnep, probably some of the best damage dealers in the league. A lot of high stakes here, because Kazna, no matter what, even if they lose now, it's gonna be, let's say, a great regret for them, because they're losing a chance to finally win that season in Tier 10. But they will still go to Grand Final. It doesn't matter, but GoHard, their only chance to go to Grand Final is they must win Kazna.
They must win Kazna. They don't win, they don't go. So a lot at stake for them at least, and that means pressure is building on those shoulders of the GoHard players. Kazna crew now going to be attacking. Like you said, they've never lost an attack before, but you know, 3-0 down, it's not looking great.
Things happen and everything can happen first time, of course. Aggressive approach by i7s to the middle, that's some of the old school play. 5 i7s, 2 butchots. No super conks on Kazna's side anymore. So we gave up on some of the new meta there. GoHard still playing with 1. And that's a nice tank. If you start a brawl, honestly, that super conk can bring all the advantage because 400 average alpha, 7.2 seconds reload, 348 pen, I think, with APCR. That can really annihilate people in the middle.
See Kaizu just in the standard spotting position. Negative is going to be supporting him, and it's a spread defense here for the GoHard side as well. Stefan and Piotr spot each other out, but Vetso Haiba pushing down 1-2 line.
Never seen that one before by Kazna. Never. It's all completely a new play.
Well, they're not pushing all the way just yet. Gonna try and figure out if they can find somebody in the bushes. Failware is further back though. Coca collapses in support in that super conqueror.
Well, that super conk is in a position to come in when he's needed later, of course. And he will be needed rather soon if those i7s push. Because there is an Annihilator on STRV. Oh, there you go. He's going also. So there is a good read by GoHard, actually, what Kazna is planning to do, because it's really hard to rotate Vets on Haiba once they're in that position. And super conk and STRV are both coming in their place on time.
Nile and the STRV relocating towards A2, but is this gonna still... Kazna hasn't committed to this just yet. They are just trying to figure out, feel out where the guns are for the side of GoHard.
Kazna cannot risk that much anymore. Now they really need to focus on winning the round. So that will require a lot of communication, as I said, many possible rotations. Nexus is spotting on top of the hill. Now crucial thing is, okay, he's in a kind of a safe spot, but he will also say, okay, I'm not receiving shots from here or there. That means there's somewhere else, guys. Be careful what you do on the other side of the map.
Yeah, but there's spots out Kaizu, so Kaizu is forced to back away from that hill. He cannot fight against it. He cannot actually make those plays happen. Stefan looking towards the hill, gets spotted out. So, still, spread from both these teams. But the question is, where will GoHard, where will Kazna make their final play?
Kazna is not deciding yet. I would say in one moment they'll probably try to go that 1-2 line. It does look like that to me, and maybe even commit by shooting from the middle. They don't have any positions to work on the other side of the map at the moment, but they still need to think how to do it and not suicide the tanks.
Haiba, we can see him now relocating, moving towards that little hold on area in F2. Diplomat Piotr already in the middle. Yizna, I mean, before Kazna will move, Yizna will be there with them to make that play. So as long as Yizna doesn't move anywhere, they're not going to do anything.
GoHard really cool. Cool as a cucumber. That's the same, right? They are not moving an inch. They're just covering their ground. They even backed up the Bachat in a A0 line, so he can just support if someone pushes from the hill. Kazna knows they gain no advantage so far, not even a great info so far. Where is the rest of the GoHard team? So only thing they can do at the moment is speculate. We are coming really close to that golden middle of the round. It's close to this 5 minutes. It's only 1 minute left, so they're doing the rotations in order to actually have enough time to finish the game on this map, because Prokhorovka is actually a huge map.
It is a very big map, but kind of like what they're setting up for.
It's gonna be a pain train, and if GoHard doesn't focus their shots brilliantly, they're gonna die. Diplomat should stay there in the middle, I believe. They're gonna make a huge chain because you have a couple of i7s, as I said, if you line them up one after another. Haiba is spotted, that's a big info for GoHard. They should already start rotating the tanks, and i7s should definitely bounce a lot of shells.
Well, Mojo, Kazna crew is pushing down the 1-2, and we want to hear how it's going with them, so it's a perfect opportunity to listen to their mental state.
Let's go over.
There's a Bachat.
He's going over. Failure should never be allowed to go over.
Conqueror buildings.
Stefan is also crossing over.
Where? Here.
Here? Go with 3 i7s. Go for it. 3 i7s.
We're gonna aim this with bed shits.
Here is the Conqueror. Left.
Can you focus on the Conqueror and kill him, like destroy houses?
Yeah, kill Conqueror, kill houses.
Kill him slowly, we still have 5 minutes.
Spotted, but not by Conk, I think.
He's going over.
You need to clear this conk. Like, he's
Can you
too
shoot the
heavy deal.
houses?
Yeah, I'm trying, mate.
I7
Watch
will
yourself,
collapse
watch
on us
yourself.
from here.
Bachas need to run away and
Go to the
reload.
next house.
They will push on us.
Can you destroy house?
There is GoHard south. GoHard south. They're gonna push on the double I7.
Bachas, do you have shells for us?
I'm on reload. Yeah.
They want to collapse into the hole.
STRV!
Go for him. There's.
I am shooting from here.
Okay, copy. Got one for him.
Watch out, other bench it up. All
They're
up,
pushing us.
all
They're
up.
pushing.
Yeah, 20 seconds.
Fail there.
Survive as much
We
as
need
possible.
to,
Easy
you
go
need to
hard
kill
down.
this Kong.
Easy go hard down.
I will.
Rape this.
We need one Bacha to kill him.
I got one for fail.
I have two.
Fire.
They're stuck in the hole. It's okay.
Can't kill the conk.
He can shoot me all the time.
I can go for them now.
I'm having a load of issues here. You got the Kong there? When you reload it?
Oh, I need a shot on the moment.
Fuck the conk if he's in the houses. Go kill
Yeah,
the
but he
north.
can shoot me when I'm peeking up over there.
Can you just stay safe?
Oh, they shoot us.
I'm trying.
Late
I'm
shield.
trying.
Loading.
Oh, here come.
Kaizo.
Kaizu.
I have one more.
I might give him. Yeah, I got him.
I have one more for Zafar.
Fail.
Reload. I'm running south.
Yeah, run.
Silver -2.
Fail. -2.
Nice.
Zafar.
You need to join from north, whoever that
10
is.
seconds on me.
I have 25.
I got one.
I can clip those E7s at 5.
This guy is
Fully
500.
open.
Yeah,
Your turn,
do it
500.
there. Do it there.
Nice.
Step a shot.
Can you move back so I can...
I can clip Stefan in 10. Survive. 5 seconds.
Okay, suck him. Turn left.
3.
Turn left a little bit, Piotr. Nice.
2.
You got it.
HG.
Yeah.
No, finish him.
Failware is on there.
I got Zafar. Nice.
How many shells there's?
Finish negative. Nexus.
Go back.
Well, Mojo, Kazna crew sound a little bit nervous, but they still make it work. An interesting play from GoHard with a Super Conqueror and STRV hiding in A1, but eventually not working out.
I actually didn't like it that much. I mean, it's really dangerous when you face so many IS-7s in the frontal push, but splitting forces like this, it was definitely a part of GoHard's plan to have a Super Conk there so he can shoot a position where Isne is. But leaving then an STRV alone like that, you can see Nile was holding himself like for entire game there. And this moment he fired the shot, entire Kazna team turned around and just deleted him from the map. That was a big gift.
I'm feeling like GoHard was expecting a bigger commitment to come out from Kazna crew down the 1-2 line, so when Nile spots them out, they'll be able to swing around the south and actually kill him. But unlike previous times, Kazna crew still had those IS-7s in the middle. Stefan came over, was dropped to 1k together with Nexus as well. So Kazna crew didn't commit too much, and they still had the crossfire set up to deal with that counterplay.
Well, Kazna still undefeated on Prokhorovka in attack, so at least one thing goes so far well for them. Still far away from coming back into this.
They sounded nervous, but it was still controlled, to be honest.
To me, I saw a little flicker in their voices, eagerness when you want to shoot a tank and you know how heavy the round is, but you're trying to focus your voice, and that's good. That's good, because that means it keeps them on their toes. Now they have to play every game super focused like this. The problem is now, GoHard, if they keep winning 1-1 round, they're good.
Yeah, they're good.
They're good. And that's it. But if the Kazna comes back, if they manage to equal it, then I think they will take the match, because that's a huge drop.
Yeah. I also think that one of the things we need to keep into account is that GoHard is playing for so much right here. Not just a spot in the finals, also a spot in the final battle. That's a lot of pressure on them. You know, they can win these first 3 rounds, but then it starts building up. What if we get there? What if we get to match point, for example? Even then, there's a lot of pressure building on them, and they haven't been in this situation before where they're leading this much.
It's not only that. GoHard is here also to prove something. Like they were a team that were building themselves for a while. In last season final, they lost in semifinals to Ding. It was a close match, 7-5. So I don't think they want that. They want to feel that final battle. They want to play for #1 place. When the season started, we prognosed Ding and GoHard will be the thing. They will be #1 and 2. Oh boy, how far away were we? But that was the online part of the season. They struggled a lot.
We can just say we were talking about the end of the season, and it's still possible.
It's still possible, but They still have to cross over Kazna for that. They're doing a good job so far.
The thing is with Kazna Crew, they're never down and out. If there's one team that I expect to come back from this, it is Kazna Crew. I mean, our next map is going to be Cliff. To be honest, I've not been a fan of GoHard on Cliff for the entire season. So I'm going to side heavily with Kazna Crew for this one.
Well, both of them are kind of mediocre on this map, but Kazna showed us some really great games. We've seen even a clip against Utopia that was exemplary. I think they were about 3,000 or more HP down,
yes.
And they managed to win around. In such fashion. And they were ice cold on TeamSpeak while they were doing so. That was the thing that amazed us so much. On the other hand, GoHard, not the best displays on the Cliff, but still, it's a map where you can easily take at least 1-1, which is more than enough for GoHard till the rest of the match.
That is true. They want to win, well, I mean, preferably they want to win, you know, 4 more rounds straight up, but that's not really going to happen. But Cliff coming out, attacking defensive spawn, both are the same. There's just an extra cap under the lighthouse. Lineups are going to be interesting. You can see bad shots all around, no real surprise coming out from both these teams. Kazna Crew is attacking, GoHard is defending. This is the question. This is where Kazna Crew needs to break GoHard to get back into this match. If they pick up this defensive round, I think that it will be an all even at the end of Cliff.
Well, let's see what will Kazna actually do with their picks. No huge experiments as far as I saw. A full lineup of auto loaders. And I'm looking forward to see actually where are they going on this map.
You can see Coca collapse in the STRV. There's an I7, there's a 5A as well. Diplomat straight up takes 1-2 line. No fear in his play. Coca collapse is going to be going to the standard A5 position, but there's a decent amount of heavies here. Ooh, Kazna Crew looking to be aggressive.
I think they're going to try to take out at least one heavy in a start because they do not want to play against trenched up tanks. And there is a huge push coming in from Kazna. Already high risk game.
High risk game, high rewards. Zafar checking the IS-7 is going to be the first one. He's a little bit too far. They're going to focus him out. You can see that heat ammunition is already loaded. They need to kill him quickly to want to make this work. Philware, Stefan trying to support from the back lines. Nile picking up from the top side. They need to make sure they block him off. Nile with a big mistake there in his bad shot. Drops down to 58 HP. Unnecessary play, and that's what Kazna Crew wants to happen. And now they kind of have control of the upper side. Negative is coming up. Vetso goes down, which is an even trade, but now Kazna Crew has some decent control over the map at the very least.
They do, but they also have Haiba on only one shot. Now the good thing for them is GoHard is on a back foot, but they're covered by Coca-Cola in that STRV from the far up position. This is something that Kazna also has to account to, because STRV will pen every shot on them.
Ooh, Negative peeks up, knows that Piotr might be on reload, but Diplomat's gonna push from the top. Piotr might push in when he's reloaded as well. Here comes the peak, Negative with the mistake as well. He's now on fire, he might burn down at the peak too far for Negative. He survives on 210 HP, but both him and Nile with crucial mistakes. Piotr comes over for the double. He might even find Annihilator if he's lucky. He's driving around the bottom side trying to get out. And this is Kazna Crew with the aggression we know from them on Cliff.
Savage game from Kazna, like they bit the GoHard in a start and they're not letting go. They're going straight for the juggler. Izne takes out Kaizu. This game is going toward the end so quickly.
Great play coming out from Kazna Crew, focusing out that initial IS-7 and then mistakes being made from GoHard as Stefan goes down and leaves just 3. Coca collapse in the STRV is negatable HP. Diplomat's gonna find Annihilator sometime soon. He's looking the wrong direction. Diplomat might even ram him to death. Oh, Diplomat, you should have just rammed him to that. He's almost about to come off reload. He might still get it. There we go. Diplomat picks it up. The STRV comes in with a shot. But still, Kazna Crew with so much lead. There's not a real chance for them to throw this away anymore.
Wow, Nile's corpse actually saved Diplomat in this one. STRV
not for that long.
Yeah, not for that long. You should not have stayed in the same bush, bro. But Call Me Piotr is going for a proxy. Coca collapse will be lit up rather quickly. And there we go. There is a cover fire from the rest of the team of the Kazna.
He's getting lit up, you can say that much. Yizna from the top of the hill taking some vengeance for those first 3 rounds that they lost. Coca collapse. There's nowhere he can go, nowhere he can hide. Only he can go to the next round. Yizna looking for that pen angle. It's hard to pen that STRV, but you know, with just Coca collapse and Failware left standing, good stuff from Kazna Crew. Very aggressive, controlled, picking up Zafar, who didn't know that they were coming for him.
There we go. Failware is now spotted. He has 3 shells. That's more than enough for Izne, but just for Izne. And then what? Coca collapse is still surrounded by the rest of the Kazna tanks. Haiba is coming in to help out. There is a lot of people on one shot here in this game. Coca collapse from one side, 4 guys from Kazna on another. But We always say 50% of HP goes toward Nexus, and Nexus is almost on 100%.
Nexus, you can count him for 2 players at this point. He is full HP. He's going to get it over there and get Failware out of this game. Failware trying to show us some mountain climbing on the side of that hill. He might even drop off. Is he unlucky? Yes, there we go. Failware sliding off. He survives. Nexus is going to probably chase him down towards the bottom. Well, he'll make sure it's secure to win out this round. And Kazna crew, this was an important round, Mojo. A very important round.
Nice kill here by Failware, taking out Isne. He knows he will not win this round, but he's trying to buy every possible second because the fastest attack always counts if it comes to tiebreaker. So you do not want to give someone just because being impatient that kind of opportunity.
Kazna crew coming out with a vengeance. Yisnes forgetting to high-five the rest of the team. There we go. Does it in the end. He wasn't sure what was going on. But they had a very strong round there, making sure they drive an unspotted way to catch out the IS-7. But then Negative and Annihilator, those jitters I was talking about, Negative, the first peak, okay, you can get away with that. But the second one,
I didn't understand that kind of play.
Niles same thing, to be honest.
I guess they were afraid because they were on lower ground and they were feeling they are cut off from the rest of the team, but then they could have rotated elsewhere.
The thing
they
is,
didn't have to do this.
Negative going there was already a kind of mistake because Kazna crew with Diplomat on the top and Piotr on reload looked like they wanted to push those 2 guys, like drop over and kill them, because they know where the other tanks are. It's just an STRV, they just drive under him, right? So Negative peeking up made it even easier for them, because now Piotr just had to drop over and kill a one-shot guy.
Yeah, it was horrible play in that moment, and that is bringing Kazna back to the equaling point. Now they will go to defense round on Cliff. Of course, we've seen that...
Let's say it's going to be even.
It's probably going to be even, but you know, things happen. They happen all the time, and not everything goes as planned.
How do you think GoHard is feeling? They picked up the first 3 rounds, and now Kazna crew picking up the last 2. If they pick up the next one as well, make it all even. Like you said, that is a tipping point. Luckily enough for them, they have a small moment to take a breath, relax, and get back into this one. But still, that's going to be playing on their minds, you know? If only we did this, we could be 4-0, for example.
Mate, as a former player, same as me, you know exactly what this feels like. If someone is catching up on your huge lead, there is that bug in the back of your mind, oh my god, we're going to lose this so bad.
Well, it's the same thing when you get to match point, oh my god, we're actually going to win.
And then you have to work for it, actually, still.
Yes, and then you just lose every other round since that point.
Oh, things happen, as we say, but we will see what will actually happen here when GoHard is ready. They also need this round to stay in the game, because if they give it to Kazna, I think Kazna will overtake them.
I agree, especially with Runeberg. I would bias myself towards Kazna to begin with on that map, but mine's for sure. I am with Kazna on that one.
Yeah, the maps that are coming next are in favor for Kazna by far. And GoHard
River as well, for that matter.
GoHard needs a game now.
GoHard needs this lead. I really do think they need this lead. If they don't have it, if they go even out of Cliff, I'm going to side with you on that tipping point. That is not going to... They might get 1-1 on Runeberg, but I don't see them winning mines.
There is also one very important thing. On all of the rounds we've seen so far, no matter attack or defense, Kazna was always attacking, actually.
Yes.
No matter what was going on, Kazna was always on offense. If Kazna actually comes back into this game, and they're a more proactive team, even while they were losing, I think absolutely they have a match, just because of that. But we will see. We'll see. GoHard managed to do decent, let's say, traps and layouts on Ghost Town. They shown they have enough patience. If they shown that patience now on Cliff, they might have done a bit better. But they still have the...
I think they were just really surprised.
I think they were actually shocked.
Shocked. It was a good play from Kazna, especially the driving part. Like, they drove unspotted to make sure they didn't get seen. And then Zafar was too far. Otherwise, he would stay behind the corner.
But we've seen such play from Kazna against Utopia. And that's the game we were mentioning with 3k HP down. Like, it was a very popular game even to see. So GoHard is aware of it. So I don't know why were they actually that surprised. It was always a possibility Kazna would do it. They probably just didn't expect in this moment when Kazna is losing, they would do something so daring.
Yeah, this is a very brave play from Kazna crew coming out there. It could have been 4-1 down at this point. But it's 3-2. It's going to be Cliff again. It's going to be Kazna crew on the defensive side and GoHard on the attack. And Kazna looking to make it all even once more.
Let us see what is their weapons of choice. 2 IS-7s, STRV, TVP and couple of budgets. Rather defensive setup here by Kazna. And a really fast lineup by GoHard.
I want to see if GoHard goes for a surprise play as well, like Kazna Crew did. I don't expect it, but it is a possibility. But they have two heavy tanks.
They have 113 and an I7 Nile. We need to see, actually, will they maybe try to split off and go to 1-2 line with some of the heavies, or everyone will just stick together team and go upper side of the map? That's gonna be a crucial part. Now Kazna, definitely a different kind of playstyle here. This is not a defense we are used to by any team so far. It is completely focused on 1-2 line and just proxying the 2-cap. This is also rather dangerous, because if GoHard notices this, they can actually cut them off and pressure the 2-cap.
And Piotr still moving towards the middle in his IS-7. Zafar gets spotted out by Haiba. So that's information gain Annihilator as well. Haiba might even go for a shot here. Nope, doesn't get the angle just right. He gets crucial information though. But already the hit squad on the eastern side, Coca-Cola, Stefan, Kaizu, they won't find anything, however.
I don't understand actually what is Kazna doing here, because one Bachat in a forward proxy position will know there is no one spotting from upper hill, and then they can just put 1 or 2 guys on cap and say, okay, Kazna guys, come at us. We have the hill, we have the center, we have everything.
Well, Coca-Cola and Kaizu are now getting spotted out. That will mean Piotr will have to back off ever so slightly from that position. And like you said, now it's on to Kazna Crew to make the move and find an opening, because the cap can be started.
This is a good start for GoHard here. This is actually what they were hoping for before this round. And Kazna now, being defender, they actually have to attack trenched up GoHard tanks who have time to create crossfire.
So it's going to be Zafar and Annihilator holding the middle, with Failware from the top. Petzo's flanking all the way around towards the south. There is still time here for Kazna to make a move, but Kaizu might join the cap. I don't know how I feel. 2 guys on the cap, on cliff, might be too much.
Well, only too much if there is so decisive attack by Kazna somewhere they would overmatch them, but all of the tanks of the GoHard are really well trenched in. So 2 tanks are viable. 40 seconds, that's not a lot of time. Kazna must commit, and must commit right now.
Ooh, Failware taking a lot of damage in his Bacha. Those Zafar is behind the rock trying to hold the angle. They're focusing on Nexus first. He's trying to line it up, but Diplomat making a great shield over there. The cap now gets abandoned. Stefan, Kaizu are pushing off of that one. Zafar's in trouble though. He's gonna go down in that 1-13. He might find one more onto the Nexus. He does, but in return he will get focused out for this and taken out of this game. Failware actually goes down on top of the hill. That is disastrous for the GoHard side, because he was supposed to make the crossfire. Zafar is now gonna get picked up. Nexus is still alive, just about. He bounces. Finally Diplomat closes it out, but Kazna Crew again with an advantage.
Unbelievable. They were actually attacking the trenched up opponent point blank, and they're winning the round. Kaizu is now coming with his clip. Managed to take the Nexus. That's important, but look at HP. 3000 HP difference, and Isna is farming them from their sides.
Isna in the SRV is having a field day right now as Kaizu's on reload. Negative is coming to clip out, but that's just the IS-7. There's still 2 full HP butt shots they have to deal with after. Nile in the IS-7 now getting tracked, getting held. That's Vetso from the side. One more to finish the job, and Kazna Crew managed to break a defensive hold on the cap from GoHard. That should never be lost.
I don't understand this game. I really don't understand what happened here. I really thought GoHard will have a shooting spree toward Kazna. They were aimed. How did they lose so much HP? How did they lose so many players? That's the thing they're gonna have to question themselves, because Kazna is definitely taking this round and coming back in this match strong.
Kazna showing what they are made of, showing that they are here to play. Losing the first 3 rounds, but now coming back with 3 of their own, and great plays there. I do think GoHard made a mistake with having 3 bad shots on that northern side, 2 on the cap and 1 on the A5, but the double cap I think was a bigger mistake than anything. There's no
I would
need.
expect they have like more tanks focused around the center to shoot and that, but there you go. History is rewritten. From 0 to hero, from 0-3 to 3-3.
That is Kazna Crew coming back to 3-3. It wasn't a good start, but they managed to turn it around and turn it all even back to the start. But yeah, Mojo, that double cap pressure from GoHard isn't necessary when you have the positions on cliff. You want to have that crossfire for what Kazna Crew just did to them. Failware on the top of the hill, didn't play it right either. He got focused out. But missing a botshot in the middle, that's 5 shots. That's 2k damage, that's not there.
I was just expecting more shots to come from the rest of them actually. Because they had 5 guys.
Failware got counted from the top by Vetso, so he wasn't shooting. There's 2 guys on the cap. 2 guys on the cap, which aren't shooting either because they crossed towards the south. There's 1 guy in the north, which isn't shooting either. That's 4 guys not in the fire.
Unbelievable. Even I would say Zafarchik here, out-survived his
Yes.
my expectations for him, because Kazna guys were actually missing him for point blank for some reason. Still, it helped nothing. It helped nothing. Kazna had enough determination to just bite in and take on GoHard, and they're doing it round after round, going into their faces, while GoHard is all the time trying to play something tactical, slower, to wait out, and so on. But Kazna is not giving them the breathing round.
Kazna is not giving them the breathing ground. That is true, Mojo. It's been a hell of a 6 rounds. I can't wait to hear what our analysts have to say. Ryan, take it away.
Thanks so much for that one, Daki. That has been an interesting start to the match. We were talking here on the desk. A bit of a crazy start, considering it was GoHard that took the 2-0 lead.
Well, I have to say, very, very important for GoHard to have a really, really strong start, because it's a young team, their mentality might not be the strongest, and you really need a very, very strong start. For Kazna, it doesn't really matter that much. They're the veterans. They can handle like when they are down in such a situation, they can handle that. No problem for them, and I mean, that's what they are showing right now as well.
Now, with us starting out there on Ghost Town, Unji, was that the kind of result that you expected to see? I mean, this is actually mainland. All three of us were talking about this. These two guys survived way longer than they should have, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. I mean, it was just a bad shooting, I think, from the side of Kazna, because there were like 2 tanks, and Kazna had about 5 tanks to kill them, and they didn't do that somehow. I don't know how.
They didn't commit on that one final push, which actually could have won them the round right there. And yeah, that's what bite them in the end.
And yeah, kind of bit them in the rear end, shall we say, an easier way to put that one. Now, coming in then from Ghost Town, we then went into Prokhorovka. So we had your 2 favourite maps, guys, at the start. We had Unji's favourite in Ghost Town. We had Mayland's not so favourite in Prokhorovka. And you know, big surprise, GoHard actually being able to push into a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, first of all, I have to say, Proko was nothing really that special. Like it's the current meta, you know, we pick a lot of heavy tanks, like the mobile ones, i7, 113, VZ, Super Kunk, and a couple of batch hits. And yeah, somehow GoHard managed to take down the attack, and Kazna kind of outplayed themselves. You know, it was Kaiser with the initial mistake on the hill, dying for GoHard first, and then Kazna just kept on pushing and got absolutely destroyed on the hill.
Yeah, I mean, from the interesting thing as well that I noticed here on Ghost Town, as we saw Zafarchik again stepping up in the Leopard 1, something we've seen quite a few times throughout the season as well, Angie, hasn't he?
Yeah, he did it. But I mean, he's really like remembered because of his place on Leopard. Like in the end, so many times he could make a difference, win the round for their team, but he actually yellowed in and died like.
Yeah, I mean, it was great. I mean, GoHard able to get this jump ahead on Kazna crew. We expected a kind of dragged out match between these two, and here we are sitting tied up right now at 3-3. Now, Prokhorovka, you said, you know, they kind of outplayed themselves, but we heard the team comms as well there from Kazna crew during the Prokhorovka round, and they did seem to be quite on top of things.
Well, that's what I mentioned before. Kazna, such an experienced team. They're so calm at the moment, and this is what really contributes to a great gameplay. You know, not everybody's talking, so you have time to aim. You have your focus. And yeah, that's what really, really helps. And I'm excited to listen into the GoHard team speak later.
This is the exact moment you were talking about earlier on.
Exactly.
Mayland, Kaizu getting himself caught, getting himself tracked, and then they kind of went a bit overly aggressive after this.
Oh yeah, they got a bit baited. They didn't expect the IS-7 up there. And yeah, the IS-7 just held them back, and then they were caught in the crossfire, and GoHard was just able to close out the round there. Really good stuff, and Kazna got baited a bit.
Unji, how do you think this one's going to go after the break now? If the team's squared at 3-3, do you think it's going to be similar trade for trade, or do you think one team's going to perhaps step ahead?
I think it can go both sides, you know, but Kazna won now 3 rounds in a row, and I think they are really hyped up about taking the other rounds.
Starting to build a bit of momentum. You feel the same there, Mayland?
Well, for GoHard, it's actually really good that there's a break now, because breaking that win streak of Kazna is really important for them, and yeah, kind of bad for Kazna to stop that forward momentum that keeps you going. But I think it's actually quite good for both teams to reset right now, to get at their thoughts again and then start all over again.
It's always interesting to see the team dynamic as well, and the emotion of the players when, you know, they're winning or when they're losing. They have the straight face when it's not going their well, and high fives all around. And you could almost hear around the room, you could almost hear this like scream, sounded like, you know, perhaps the voice of Dead Zone in the distance when you could really feel for Diplomat waiting on that high five for Yuzny that just wasn't coming.
Oh yeah, I mean, there seemed to be some problem. I couldn't really see it, but yeah. I know about letting people down with that.
I was actually, yes, that's right. It was you that didn't high five Dead Zone at the time. You just kind of like left him hanging there.
Well, you're focused on your game. You want to just do your stuff, and then there's one guy next to you. Come on, come on.
Okay, so looking forward to this one. The teams are kind of what we expected here, you know. It is a difficult one to call. We all kind of went with kind of high scoring results. Interesting that me, Daki and Mojo all kind of went with the same safe predictions. Are you still confident in your prediction, Unji? Do you still think it's going to go that way?
Yeah, I still think that. I mean, Kazna is like playing really good now. I mean, they were kind of
But rocky at the start,
outplaying themselves, as Milan said on the start. But now they look really confident, and I think they will keep rocking up.
Well, the strongest map for Kazna is actually still to be played. You know, it's Mines, and don't know if it's the next map, but as soon as Mines come up, I think GoHard really has to get fully focused. And if they get 2-0 on Mines, then really, really bad for GoHard. So I wish them best of luck there.
Yeah, I mean, if any team can kind of get a breakaway right now, I think that's going to be what makes or breaks things. If any team can get a 2-0 right now, right after the break, that's going to be a massive confidence booster for sure. Now, yeah, we've still got Cliff to play. We've still got Runeberg, I think we've got to play as well there. That's your favourite one, Unji? No, I know what I was going to say. Well, let's go and find out how this is going to go down. At the end of the day, only one of these two teams can go through to the finals. Let's go back to Daki and Mojo to find out which team is it going to be.
Well, Ryan, we're not sure just yet, but me and Mojo do agree on the point that GoHard getting back even here. We believe that it's Kazna from this point on.
It's going to be questionable, but we do not have the same predictions. I said 7-5, and I stand by that still.
I stand by my 7-4, mate. I'm sure about it.
I'm going to see.
These first maps was Kazna kind of playing with GoHard, but now they're about to bring the pain train towards them, roll all the way over them, move on to the finals.
Well, as you said, Kazna won the last finals while ago in Sofia. It was another format, another time.
You looked 20 years younger back then.
Wow, you even too. Actually, you were really charming with that pink hat. I mean, you really miss it now. But Kazna now has a lot to prove. It was the strongest season by far. They lost one of the key players to the team they're playing against, and they're still doing magnificent. There is no other way to describe it.
I mean, this comeback alone already is magnificent. Being 3-0 down and coming back from that at a live finals is impressive.
It's not only that. As you said, like they were attacking constantly.
Yeah, they've been the
rounds they
aggressive
lost,
team.
the rounds they won, they attacked constantly. Always the initiative was on their side. Even the daring move. You're losing 3-1 and you are going on trenched up enemy and you break their defense and you do it in the next round again. Like that's a huge slap in the face. I mean, this is really good that we have actually this break now because GoHard can say, okay,
GoHard needed
let's go
it.
breather, we need to reset and go like clear-minded in the next round.
Yeah, technically even Kazna could have been 4-2 at this point if they didn't throw away that Prokhorovka round that they were clearly winning. When they picked up Kaizu, then they would have been 4-2 at this point. So GoHard's going to be thinking in the back of their heads, maybe a little bit lucky, but they still have a lot of rounds to play. But Runeberg, they cannot afford to lose any map to 0 at this point.
You know, if you go by that moment, if someone didn't throw around here or there,
yeah,
then Utopia would actually play instead of GoHard because Utopia was throwing them by far and they played excellent most of the match, but a couple of the games, they just clearly threw for no reason. So GoHard is here, Kazna is here, they both deserved, and everyone deserved what they get during these matches. Now we need to see what's going to happen on next maps. Next maps, as you said, are favorable for Kazna on paper.
On paper, that is true, but we'll see what happens in the live action as Kazna crew and GoHard are about to get ready to get head-to-head once more. This time, it is going to be on Runeberg, however. It's going to be interesting. Mojo, what do you expect to come out?
Well, I really hope it will be some kind of early aggression by the teams, because if you try to play a longer game on Runeberg, you as attacker usually lose. The map doesn't give you that many options for rotations unless you make advantage already in a start somewhere. And the old kind of cheesy strats when you flip a vehicle and try to cap behind it, well, that doesn't work either. Especially sacrificing a tier 10 now to do that, that's a suicide.
That is a suicide, but a lot of people have told me now that Runeberg is no longer as defensive-sided as it used to be. With the new meta, it is not. Because if you put a lot of times towards the zero line, you get rushed in the Nord. We've seen it happen now a few times. This is the meta that comes out. Now, I want to see between these two teams, I think it's going to be important who can pick up their defense, if anything.
Well, defense is absolutely always the critical one here. I mean, I like the fast defenses where you have one light who gives you a lot of information. Also, light tank on this map can do a lot of damage because he can be trenched up and shoot the tanks in the back and a side. It also can say, okay, they're entirely attacking on one side, so that's kind of a critical moment to see will they have it or will they try to play some heavier setup. Usually all the heavier setups actually fail in defense because then you cannot rotate well enough left and right. An attacker can use that. He can split your attention. On the other hand, when you're attacking, there are many approaches. We've seen those high-risk approaches like Ding did. 7 butt-shots, but it can work.
It can work, but it is hard to pull off. And
it requires a lot of cojones and it requires a lot of coordination also. So there is a lot at stake here. So far, I haven't seen GoHard doing any of their strats like during the season that are high aggression, high risk. As we said, those strats were mainly used against the team. They know how will they play because teams during the season cannot make all the time unique tactics.
No.
So they have to recycle something. But this is not the case.
Variations of standards, pretty much.
Yes. But this is not the case now. Kazna is preparing specifically against GoHard against them, but there is 2 weeks to practice against another opponents, to watch other regions, what they're doing also, incorporate that, and you never know what will be the end product. What will actually they think for this? So you cannot play blind like that unless you are kind of desperate or super brave.
Kind of studying the faces of GoHard right now. They look nervous or not. Some of them do, some of them still look calm, but face-wise, I had to go with Kazna. They look still relaxed. They don't look so stressed at all.
They look relaxed, but...
I would look differently if I was 3-0 down at one point.
Well, you and me, we boil in that kind of moments, like a volcano.
No, that's...
That's why these guys are now playing, and we are talking about it, mate.
It's just because I like talking.
You're a big talker. But GoHard here, I hope this smile by Zafar will be the one to bring...
Zafar is always smiling though, man, so can't take away much from that. I'm looking at the faces like Failware, Niles, see how they're doing.
I'm looking forward for GoHard comms, mate, because we will have them on this map, and that's finally going to be Failware radio voice coming in.
That depends on how much he is talking. He only gives crucial information.
That's enough.
That's more than enough for most of us. But yeah, Runeberg, we do expect a heavier lineup on the attack, but there's been a lot of interesting plays now. We're trying to dodge timings and such. IS-7's in the mix, Super Conqueror in the mix, but can you pull? It's very hard to pull it off on the attack.
Super Conk in attack.
We'll see at least one. At least one.
It's really hard to make it a good approach with it. That's the critical part, because we said he does not have the side armor, and it's not fast enough. So you need to make a diversion elsewhere so you can actually approach and do something. In defense, it's easy to utilize it because you don't need to be that fast. The gun is accurate. You can snipe.
You still need to be careful the way you try,
for
because you can be caught out from the middle area
of course.
In the Super Kong. That is a play that we might see at one point from any of these teams. I don't know. I'm still going to go with Kazna crew, Mojo, for this map. 2-0, 5-3 after this.
Oof,
I know it's a brave statement, but
I'm
the comeback is on.
I'm not going to tacticize it blind. I'm going to see the tank picks first before I say anything about that.
You need to have a little bit of faith in Kazna.
Mate, fate is what I have. I placed my bets on them. But will they win it 2-0 to here? That I'm not sure about.
Well, I mean, it's either that or Sand River, to be honest.
What about mines?
I don't believe either team's going to really win. It depends on how they're going to play that one, right? If they're going to go for aggressive middle plays, like we've seen across the season, then it could be 2-0 for anybody.
Mine is definitely a possibility, I think, for some of them to take 2-0, and more likely Kazna.
I would still go with you on that one, but it does seem like we're about to get underway in Runeberg. I am not convinced by GoHard anymore. I'm sorry. I've lost my faith. It was there for the first 3 rounds, but now it's gone.
Well, we thought maybe it will be kind of a Cinderella story, and it's still not too late for that. They had a couple of minutes now to reset their feelings, to think what to do. They are going to attack with 4 I7's mouse, double botchat. Now that gives us with a lot of possibilities what they can do. They can do a strong push from either of the sides because of those I7s, while flanking with botchats. So I really need to see what will actually Kazna do to stop that. And here you go, there is a really strong push on the middle. Now Kazna does have the T100 light played by Piotr, and his spot in the start of the game is going to be a crucial one.
Here comes the T100 negative trying to spot it out. Piotr, will he get caught out? No, he won't. All of the guns staring down, but Piotr does not get caught out just yet. Depends on if they're going to blind shoot him or not. Are they aiming at those bushes?
I don't think they're going to blind shoot him.
Nope. So GoHard trying in the beginning to make an interesting play, trying to find something, but Piotr in that T100 has been playing it an entire season. The man's been doing incredible on it, to be honest, and he doesn't look to make a mistake here either.
No, and this is his first LAN appearance, and what a strong one, I would say. Piotr giving a lot of info, but Haiba taking so much damage by approaching carelessly. What will he say now? What did you spot? Why didn't you spot Piotr? But he can say, hey mate, nothing was spotted. Why did you drive like that?
Haiba loses about half his hit points there in the beginning. HE now coming out as well by the guns from GoHard, trying to chip away more, and that's Haiba down towards 1k. That's actually very good by them. Haiba down towards 1000 HP, so their play in the end does work out against that mouse. Now Kazna crew need to be kind of worried. Haiba needs to play a very safe game from this point on.
You might say Haiba lost some weight in that one, mate. They shaved him off quite well. 2000 HP already, rotations by S7 that can happen from both sides of the maps, but Kazna is covering this side rather well. This is an important play now. The focus fire that comes from Kazna will decide the winner or loser of this round, no matter how much HP they took off Haiba.
The Diplomat in the 113 is a dedicated spotter from this area. He's looking at one road. I guess Nexus is looking at the other in the AMX50B. There's Yzne, Haiba, all going to be in position to cover the cross. Only one guy in support on the zero line. That should be Vetso, I guess. But I don't know, this crossing, it's a dangerous one. It's a very, very dangerous one for GoHard if they go for it. We've seen this fail multiple times over when they're driving down the A-line.
Well, let us just remember, GoHard used to be a super strong team on Ruinberg. I have no idea what happened to them during this one because they really absolutely played it horrific. But in the past, they had inventive tactics, they had good calls, how to do it, and this is rather interesting because they are making their way to the cap.
Well, Zafar is pushing on towards the cap. He's taking a lot of damage. They're trying to perma-track him, and here will come the push from GoHard, Mojo.
The pain train is coming in, and I believe we should really, really hear them.
Here comes the push from GoHard, and no better moment to listen how they're going to try and make it work.
Can I stay in fade against light?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, well.
Behind on repair kits.
Shield guys if you can. Don't shield, just go cross. If somebody dies, it's okay.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Minus 250 B.
We can finish this too, guys. We should finish this too.
If you have HP, we need going in. We need going in with HP.
Kill the 50B. Did you kill Exus, guys?
1 on 3 will finish me.
I will pick from the
We'll
up.
do it fast. 1 on 3 reload now.
Guys, we need to kill the 50B. Come on.
Yeah, guys, do it. You have HP to do it.
Guys,
Look.
Need to pick
Can
him,
someone pick this? Niall, guys,
Guys,
go.
we need to peek. But not alone.
This nigga, can you open?
Go. Jäger.
Yeah.
I have no HP, I can't pick anymore.
Нега, давай,
давай,
бэшка, она тебя раздает уже.
Ой, блядь.
We okay, guys, we okay, we can win this.
Tell peek.
Kill Exus.
I'm reloading.
Kill
We should
Exus.
finish this too. They can't really
One
go
more,
to you.
one more.
Only 1 on 3 and 50B. Can.
Kill Exus, guys. Come on.
Who can more?
I have 3
Kill Exus.
I will finish.
Nice.
One
But
for
soft lane, не support.
I tracked him. Yeah, one for Tinker there.
Shoot.
I can maybe shoot Conqueror once more.
I think I die.
Keep behind the rack, I can't.
For Tinker there.
Just, can we finish 1 on 3 somehow?
I have only one.
Well, Mojo, GoHard, they said they could do it, but in reality, 5000 HP down. Fire on Piotr helping out, but Kazna crew with the good hold and the good shooting on that crossing. Killing Nexus, it was an eager play. Was it going to work? No, definitely no.
We were actually quite shocked when they say, yes, we can do it, we can kill these two guys. And we're like, how will you do it? Entire Kazna team is aiming there, what are you talking about? And this is exactly what happened. On the start we said, if they managed to do a crossing without taking any significant damage, they had a chance. But Kaizo was already on one shot, and I mean, Nexus already had the next clip by the time they arrived there.
Yeah, by the time they were pushing across, Nexus had already clipped out on Zafar, made the mouse low, and focused then on towards the IS-7s and GoHard. It was a brave play, but Kazna crew does not miss these kind of shots. Stefan doesn't either. Yeah, he was in Kazna crew at one point. That could explain a lot. Nice, nice shots on towards that 113 of Diplomat. And now he's all alone against 3 guys from Kazna crew. And that will make it 4 rounds in a row for Kazna crew, who were 3-0 down. Don't forget that. And GoHard slowly starting to fall to pieces.
Durs is definitely not going to let him reload. Second shot coming in, third one, and we will have a ramming or killing whatever comes first. Kazna picks up, as you said, 4th consecutive round. And what you said about 2-0 on Ruinberg does look appealing now, mate.
It does, that's why I said it, Mocho. I'm going with my fade, but I was defense still on Ruinberg, and GoHard did not go for that aggressive center play that we see a lot of the time coming out. They went for the slower play, the more tactical play, but against Kazna crew, they had the perfect setup to deal with this. They had the guns aimed. Yes, Haiba was low, but Haiba was never pressured anymore since the beginning.
Exactly, and
so
he was sniping the rest of the game anyways.
So it looked like he was low HP, it looked like he was an opportunity, but the rest of the game he didn't have to do anything.
Look at this Diplo in a point-blank action. 4k damage done, 2 kills. And he was attacked in a front row by 5 tanks.
Now the pressure is really building on GoHard. For the first time in this match, they are trailing. They have to catch up with Kazna crew, who have taken the lead over them. This is even more pressure. The pressure just keeps rising for GoHard. It doesn't get any better.
You know that bug in the back of their heads I was talking about? It's not a bug anymore, man. It's like screaming ghost or whatever.
Yeah, that one's going to be quite loud. The pressure is really on now. I mean, they must have felt so euphoric after those first 3 rounds and now losing 4 in a row. How the tables turn?
They must keep some hope. Ray of hope there, because the games are not done till the end. We've seen so many, the best teams in the world. When they're losing, that's the moment when you differentiate. Like, can you break through it? Can you just come back in a game or not? I mean, everyone gets at the end what they deserve.
And it's true, and Kazna crew deserves to be up right now because they have demonstrated that they are capable of being 3-0 down and winning with aggressive plays. Now 4-3 up. Now they get to attack too, and I do not expect them to go for such a slow play like we just saw GoHard do.
No, I don't think it will be such a slow play. It's probably going to be some kind of splinter attack. And if GoHard doesn't make a right choice, what's Kazna doing? That's going to be around. But still, we've seen, as I said, on Ghost Town, GoHard can execute a good defense.
Yes, they can, but can they bring it on Ruinberg? That will be the question as we move into the second half of Ruinberg. Kazna versus GoHard. Want to remind everybody, GoHard was up 3-0 and now we're at 4-3 in favor of Kazna crew, who are going to be on the attack. GoHard is going to be on the defense, and GoHard need this round more than you can imagine, because if they go 5-3 down, moving into mines, that is almost a guaranteed match point for Kazna crew.
Almost, keyword, always, almost, always, almost.
Well, I'll take that much. Kazna crew on the attack, coming out with double mouse, triple IS-7 and double bat. Defensive side for GoHard, double Super Conqueror, double bat, 50B, 113 and a mouse as well, so well-rounded. But Kazna crew with 2 mouses. It's not the most common pick for attack.
No, you can do some kind of late attack with them because you can keep them, and you don't have to suicide any tank in the start of the game. With the mouse you can snipe well, as we saw on Haiba's case. You can use him as protection on the cap, because we have a lot of low tanks here. But more importantly, you can attract attention while the other guys are rotating if you want.
Yeah, IS-7's trying to get a shot on towards failware. They do not connect, however. FaZe's going to be safe in the beginning. Some more blind shots coming out. Mojo, seems like we were wrong about Kazna crew. They're also playing a slower attack.
Interesting, actually. I was really expecting that Kazna will go for it in this moment, but I guess they're feeling confident and they
nice blind shot there.
They want to play it out. They want to feel out where is GoHard and take the game to a next, let's say, workaround levels.
Ooh, another blind shot coming out on towards failware. These IS-7s are doing what they're supposed to do. That 50B dropped towards half HP already is a great start for Kazna crew. They obviously don't know because it is blind shots, but this is gonna help them out in the long run, especially if they do a north push at one point.
Still, the tanks of GoHard are holding their positions. We've seen on a previous case when Haiba was on low HP, it still wasn't crucial, but this is a different case now. This 50p, if pressured, he's a 3-shot for any of these guys.
Yeah, that's a great start for Kazna, honestly. That's great blind shooting from them. Phil were even a little bit over eager to make that spot because, you know, he knows they're blind shooting. He already took one hit and he drives back into the bush like 15 seconds after. A little bit eager.
It's a costly mistake, but still, something that GoHard can deal with. This advantage of 2000 HP, it's mainly because Kazna has a bit heavier setup than GoHard. With that buff on i7s and Mouse having 3000 HP, it gives you a natural advantage.
You can see now the grouping up from the Kazna crew tanks in the southern side of the map. Diplomat, Betso, Nexus is waiting over there. Piotr's going to be rotating towards the backside as well. Want to make sure they don't get spotted. But I do want to know what Haiba's position is meant to do later on in the game.
GoHard not using light, unlike Kazna, so they're playing with full
Oh no!
setup, and they think Kazna is committing on other side. No, they're sending a heavy to take a hold on position.
No, Zafar is just playing the end houses. Stefan and Negative are rotating out, and that is the best possible timing window that Kazna crew could have hit. Zero line abandoned. Only Zafar in his 113 is looking at that. Kazna crew, they have hit the perfect timing.
I think Kazna will allow Haiba to get spotted on the other side, so he keeps the other tanks occupied, and he's actually doing it well because he's intentionally firing on other position, and GoHard is rotating their tanks, thinking Kazna is going on the other side of the map. But look at this gathering of vicious people here in one corner. 5 hitman squad getting ready to punish GoHard for this mistake.
Yizna now in the middle, does get spotted out, and there is the play from GoHard with double bat in the northern side. Haiba actually makes it onto the cap pretty much for free. That's HE coming out from Annihilator there on towards the position from Yizna, but this is perfect for Kazna crew. They have the perfect advantage and they need to bounce right now before they lose Haiba.
This is really important moment for Kazna. They are going to dig in rather soon.
Well, Mojo, Kazna crew's making the move right now, and let's listen with them and see how they're approaching it.
Conquer is still going north. They're so north. They have a lot of north.
Shall I go peek with C7s now so we can go.
You can go way aggressive with i7s. Way
Then let's
aggressive.
go. Then let's go aggressive. Yes.
Double conks shooting me.
Not here? The fuck?
Open. Open on 113.
Spotted 113. Spot him.
Давай,
Deep blue, go right, go right, go right.
Aim those shots.
Deep.
They will push you high, but let's go back. They're not fucking
Давай,
here.
агрессивно with i7s.
I will take fucking this.
Okay, we should kill this. We have to kill this. Come on. Go.
Go bats. Go bats. Go bats.
I need to kill.
Are we doing the triple cap?
I don't know.
50 Bs also!
Go kill! No, we can't kill. We should triple cap.
Kill Jebot Nebo!
Like, they're fucking...
They're running.
Yeah, they're safe now. They're safe now.
Then cap. Start the cap.
Давай, давай.
I go, Diplo, you stay. Me, Vets, theirs.
I'm staying, controlling zero.
Conquer is still here. Conquer is still here.
Stay up. Stay upper.
Just-
Upper cap. Upper cap. Upper cap. Stay behind us, Malte.
One more for Safar.
Play like a boss.
No.
Don't lose HP.
Deploy.
Can you get into the window? Stay safe. Get into the window.
I need to get the window here over here.
You need to rape them when they approach.
Yeah, get it.
They don't have time to go completely around. They have to go over the middle. You all preempt this. They have to pass this. They can't bother with him. Conqueror is coming. I will flank them.
You need to kill the conquerors!
Go lower. Real cap, go lower.
Bye.
Can't cap.
Tracked.
Then don't cap kill. Yeah.
Well, Mojo, it's getting close here. Kaizu getting deleted in his Super Conqueror almost immediately. You could hear it there from Kazna crew. Don't cap, just kill all. He is in the middle fighting against the double bat, but Annihilator goes down, and Kazna crew with the bait play working out beautifully. Yes, it is 5-on-5, but they have the extra HP and they have the positions as well to make this work.
The hit is on, definitely. Like, Kazna is making the plays here, the good reads, the baits with the mouse tanks, and completely outplaying GoHard so far. 5-on-5, but the focus of HP is in Kazna favor, the positions are in Kazna favor. They're even from defensive side, mate.
This is perfect for Kazna crew, and Piotr with the let's cap call was actually correct at that moment in time. They would have won by cap, but now they're probably going to win by killing them all, as GoHard on their defensive side is falling to pieces. They expected the Northern play, but the Northern play did not come out whatsoever. Double bad shot rotating out at the worst possible timing, and Kazna crew now just has to close out the guns one by one. Negative, it's going to push around on towards Call Me Piotr, try and find that kill. GoHard, they're trying here, they're really desperate to try and make it work, but they just don't have the HP, they just don't have the guns in the game anymore to make a difference, and Kazna crew mojo on Ruenberg, gonna make it 2-0.
Oh, Negative took another shell there, but he did make to take out one of the Kazna guns out of the play. But Durst is now counter-attacking on down. He's gonna be reloaded on time, and he is taking care of Negative, while Nexus is pushing on Coca-Collapse. That leaves only Failure and Stefan, and great regrets for GoHard for every choice they made so far.
GoHard during that game got pulled around the map by Kazna crew with some brilliant rotations. Failware now down towards the one-shot as well, and this is Kazna crew bringing back the match and taking it over. They're gonna go 5-3. You can see it on Stefan's face. That is not a happy face. He's the last one standing. The rotation from the bad shot 10 seconds later, and they would have seen everything. But now Kazna crew will make it 5-3, and we will move into Mines after this, where they have the opportunity to take match, point, and maybe even match.
Kazna does not have to actually chase Stefan. They have plenty of tanks they can put on cap. They have plenty of tanks to protect them from every possible side. They know Stefan must take the bait, and he has to come.
Stefan has no other choice, and Nexus, a former teammate, will put him out of his misery when it comes down to it. There is no mercy for Stefan. He gets tracked, he gets held. Nexus will pick it up, and that is 5-3 for Kazna crew.
What a comeback in a game. 5 games in a row from such a horrible start. But that's why these guys were the season online part champions at least. Strong comeback, good plays, good read so far.
Comeback, overtaken, leaving GoHard behind, leaving them trailing 5-3, and now it's on to GoHard to win a map 2-0. And with Mines and Sand River left in this pool, it does not look like that's about to happen anytime soon.
Well, Sand River by far is not the best map for GoHard. They lost to Utopia 2-0 when they were playing the playoffs. But at least in the last matchup with Kazna, they managed to win that 2-0. So there is some chance, some little bit of light of ray there.
You still have some hope left in GoHard?
I do. I think this match is not over.
Well,
still, Mines is definitely a map of Kazna. But if they manage to come through that one alive, I think there is a chance for them still.
I think they went hard in the beginning, but now it looks like they're about to go home.
Well, that balloon is a bit, let's say, emptied out of the air at the moment. But I think one good round may bring them back to the game.
Well, their name does not say how long they're going to go hard for. They went hard for 3 rounds, and now...
Oh.
Yeah. I'm worried. Kazna crew looked hyped, looked pumped. You could see it on Nexus as well. He was very happy with that. On the GoHard side, however, those faces are starting to turn from slightly happy to thunderclouds.
Well, emotions are definitely a factor here. By those cameras, I really like the player shots, by the way. You can see that Kazna is focused, while GoHard guys are kind of feeling uneasy, but that's just a personal assessment. As I said, one good round is enough to bring these guys back in the game. They need some kind of, let's say, boost, emotional boost, that will help them do that.
Maybe they can have Barry do a dance in front of them to motivate them.
I heard he's a great dancer, but he would require a partner, and that would be you, mate. And you're occupied at the moment, so that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
we're waiting for teams to get ready.
I'm like Sensei, he's like, you know, learning. Padawan. But Mines Mojo, has been a 1-1 map for the beginning of the season, but after that it's become more of a middle fight. Now we have seen Kazna crew at the end of the season multiple times over go middle and defeat teams, defeat GoHard even, with a Vala in the lineup, if you remember that. That was an incredible match. So is it going to be the same? Are we going to see that middle fight?
Doesn't have to be honest. I mean, we've seen it, yes, many times. The easiest way to fight around Mines is to focus the middle. But I've seen some really interesting plays lately that were not used yet in Europe. And as I said, they again involve using super conks. So I'm looking forward to see actually the tank picks, so we can see how far the development these teams actually came through.
It's do or die time for GoHard. They lose this round and Kazna crew will put themselves on match point and one step closer to those finals. So GoHard coming out, 5 IS-7s, double bat, and the Kazna crew on the attack, 4 IS-7s, a 113 and a double bat shot as well. That middle fight might happen.
Might happen, but we've seen Kazna trick opponents before, avoiding the middle in attack and just going for the water immediately while you think they're going up. It actually did happen a couple of times in the last of the matches. But this is not the one of those. We are going to have a proper brawl.
We are going to have a proper brawl between these two teams. Stefan and Phil, we're going to contest the hill against Nexus and Durs. Nexus and Durs get up. Stefan's actually with the small gun. This is a risky tactic. Durs already getting focused out. Phil with the small gun as well. They need to make a kill here to make this work. Durs is trying to run away. One more shot to put him out of his misery, but he stays alive, and now Phil and Stefan, only 3 shots combined between them. It's not enough to kill Nexus. Here comes the rest of Kazna crew though. Nexus now pushing in. Philware is going to be on reload soon as well. The fight is starting. Highbuy is trading badly right now. Nexus knows that he only has 1 shot. Philware actually gets the kill up towards Durs, but now Nexus should be able to claim both him and Stefan, and that's the double bat down. Kazna crew in the meantime is starting to win this middle engagement. Coca-Collab's getting focused out in his size 7 as Kazna crew dominate this rock area. GoHard trying to peek from up, but it's Kazna crew. Piotr pushing from the side. Kaiser's gonna go down, and Kazna crew with 6 guns versus just a mere 4 from GoHard are making this work.
Diplomat survived there on Slither of the Health so long because he was protected by the teammates. But the cover fire by Kazna is better by far. Nexus is coming with his clip rather quickly, and Zafar and Negative will find themselves rather alone in this moment.
With 3 guns left from GoHard, Kazna crew look to put themselves on match point. They have 4 guns, they have everything, they have the positions. Yisno on their side, Piotr from the front, Zafar pushing over. He knows it's over, as now Piotr picks up Annihilator, Negative picks up Vetso, but it's only for the statistics as Kazna crew turn a 3-0 deficit into a 6-3 lead, and they are 1 step closer to putting themselves in the finals.
Absolutely brilliant. They maybe didn't have the reload on time because they used the big guns on bar shots, but they did a great body block there, so their heavy tanks actually did the damage for them.
Great stuff from Kazna crew. Match point coming out for these boys, and they look pumped, they look ready to go. And GoHard, if there's any moment where they need every single inch, little bit of faith they have, they're gonna need to bring it out right now.
It's gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be hard. Their defense is by far on mines better than the attack, and they just lost it. I think actually we were all wrong about the result. Unless Kazna makes some crucial mistake, this round will probably be the last one. But there is still that little ray of hope.
That little ray of hope, that is true. But Kazna crew are making the 2, and they're bringing it to them. And Isna in that IS-7 doing very well. It is a risky strategy to bring small guns on the bat shot. It has 6 shots, but very low alpha, very quick reload. And they need to kill 1 guy quickly. And they didn't.
They did it, but honestly only because Durs made a mistake.
Yeah, Durs made a mistake.
He should have stayed back and just covered some counter-attack by those bad shots, but even that was not enough. Nexus still had so much
I don't think Durs
HP.
actually really did anything in that match. I mean,
he was blocking together with Nexus, and actually that was really important because both of those bad shots were
after,
half HP.
I mean, after, when he was 1 shot. I mean, Nexus just cleaned them up by himself.
Hey, we already said Nexus 50% of damage, so that counts a lot. It was a good guy to survive. But it was also the other play of the team. If you saw later, even those 5-on-5 heavies, Kazna was winning that engagement also separately because Nexus
they were winning
really
the
have
heavy
the clip
fight
at that moment.
Even if GoHard won the hill, it's a bad shot with 6 shots, terrible penetration on that gun, and low alpha. Wouldn't do that much in a heavy fight.
It would be an annoyance because Nexus, when he came with his next clip, he really helped them. He really helped them a lot.
But they were still winning it at that point already.
Yeah, but you never know, like something can happen, an Amorek, like a blow-up, whatever. Things can happen. This was a good execution by Kazna. I wouldn't say even luck. It was just good because they already saw they don't have the clip. They already saw there are small guns on those butt-shots of GoHard, and they still managed to block them. Not one of them, both of them.
Yeah, good stuff there from Kazna crew, getting them out early. And now they are on match point 6-3 over GoHard. And GoHard has to break Kazna Crew's defense on this map, which is another bad thing for them. And even if they do that, they still need to win Sand River 2-0 to just move into a tiebreaker.
It's a long way to Albuquerque there. Nile knows it really well, his face says it. But, as we said, you have to play till the last round, man. There is always some hope.
That is true, but now we're going into mines one more time for this match with Kazna Crew on the defense and GoHard on the attack. Is it going to be another middle engagement, or is Kazna Crew going to choose the safe option and go into a camp? We'll have to find out when we see those lineups coming out between the two teams. You can see there already GoHard with the standard, and there's Kazna Crew's lineup as well. 1, 2, 3. I see IS7's mojos, but I also see Super Kongs.
Oh, this is an interesting lineup because actually, if I7s push for the water, that's a new defense I've seen. Let's see.
I've seen this defense as well from, yeah, I know what you mean. Let's see if it is actually going to be that one. It looks very much like it actually, Mojo. It actually does look a lot like that one. No, the I7s were crossing more straight.
They're crossing more straight.
Piotr coming out with a very quick climb. Impressive stuff even from him. Doing it in under 30 seconds is crucial. Reversing out, Failware will not be reloaded to get a shot on towards him. And that is good by Piotr. He can now start to put shots into the side of those heavies without taking any damage.
But it is a similar type of defense. What we meant is I7s would ordinarily cross on that H1 position and block off that part of the map while Piotr is climbing up on the hill. But there you go, some damage done on Nile there, not expecting that many tanks in that position. Still, that's not a crucial factor. Stefan is crossing and he will have back shots on them now.
Ooh. Stefan takes 2 for his trouble though on the way across. He's down towards 920. Diplomat takes a shot into the side. That's from Failware. Now, how are they going to deal with Stefan's position? They do only have a T100. Kaizu gets Samurai going up the hill. He quickly repairs that. Yzna is pushing across to it. It's IS7.
Well, GoHard doesn't have a TVP who can actually clip out on Yzna while he's doing it. So Yzna from one side, pressuring him, and everyone else aiming for his turret is going to be good.
This is bad for GoHard. Yzna is unspotted. He's still driving down 1-2 line, and he's going to find a lonely Stefan all by himself. Stefan would need to connect every single shot on towards the IS7 to make it work, and he realizes he's in trouble. His gun gets damaged. He needs to close the distance to begin with. That's the first bounce. That's him already dead and out. Yzna will pick it up, and Stefan is going to leave this round in pain, to be honest. Yzna picks him up, and that is the first kill for Kazna. Yzna pushes across the map. So far now being caught out, crossing down 1-2 line, and it's not looking good for GoHard. They're already 4,000 HP down.
Brutal execution and alternation of tactics we've seen, something that GoHard thought would be maybe copy-pasted by Kazna, but Kazna actually made their own version of it. Really well executed. I was kind of worried when I saw that much I7s on one spot, but still, those tanks now have brutal guns. They're not that hard to aim anymore like it used to be, and they did great damage on Stefan initially, and immediate reaction after that with Yzna pushing over. A daring plays by Kazna, and GoHard always one step behind.
The crossfire just wasn't there for GoHard to make this Stefan play work. He was all by himself, isolated. There's no way he's going to kill Yzna in a one-on-one. So GoHard making that decision to make this play weird.
There's this keeping a proxy on a hill here, everything that
Failware is going for the climb. This is going to be interesting. Failware in his batch, I think he's going straight. He's going to take so much damage, but he does make it. One shot being taken, a second tracks him, a third comes out from the T100. And what is he going to achieve from this position? Because he cannot drive up. The T100 will be there.
All it takes for Failware to die is one shot from heavy tank, and light tank can finish him off on his own.
This is more HP lead.
This is it, 6,000 HP and every possible position in the game as defender as you want. Look at this. Yzna, H1. Piotr, top of the hill. Drs proxying. Diplomat and Haiba keeping the low ground. And there we go. There is a connection on Failware coming in.
And Vetso's pushing forward.
Quickly toward the end.
Vetso pushing forwards. Piotr peeking over. Gives Failware one more. Can Vetso find, or is it going to be Call Me Piotr in his T100? That finishes off the job. Piotr looks to find the angle. He wants to go for this. but does he really want to commit? He decides not to. Failware is a one-shot. He's not going to do anything in this game anyways. And now GoHard with 6 tanks alive, but half the hit points pretty much of Kazna crew need to attack.
Now, these positions by Kazna are so superior. Vetso has to pull back a bit, but Piotr will be super annoying. That gun has not greatest penetration, but good reload and 300 average shooting with AP tanks in the side. That's an easy business.
Yeah, Piotr here is having a field day in that T100 as GoHard is trying to make a play, trying to push in. Piotr picks up Kaizu, Turs and Vetso are pushing forwards. They know they've pretty much secured their spot in the finals. A few more kills is all they have to do as Negative tries to battle as long as he can, as hard as he can. GoHard driving into the guns, Negative goes down, Failware follow him. That's Coca collapsed that far and Nile left standing. GoHard come to another finals, but yet again falls short as Kazna crew do what they're supposed to do and put themselves into the finals once more, Mojo.
One more time, Kazna is in the finals. That will be their 3rd EU final in a row. Last 2 times Ding was too big of a bite for them, but this one, we will see.
We will have to see as Coca Collapse and Annihilator are the last 2 tanks standing in the GoHard dream. It is over as in their semi. Well, Diplomat and Haiba, the shooting not the greatest, need to finish it off. Nile picks up 1 more kill, but Piotr gets the triple and Haiba will finish off Coca Collapse, and that will put Kazna crew in the finals of the WGLEU extended season with a 7-3 victory over GoHard.
Great moment to rejoice here. Well deserved.
They still seem pretty happy about it, making it to the finals. It was a struggle for them in the beginning, but they have shown some straight up amazing mental fortitude to recover from that 3-0 deficit.
7 rounds in a row coming from 3-0. That's something to be proud of, no matter which team you are, no matter who are you fighting.
Stefan went to GoHard, but now falls to Kazna. How the tables turn, huh?